Day. I'm really happy that you can spend your precious lifetime with us here on Admirals. My name is Markus Gabel. I'm your host here, and I want to share my knowledge with you on trading ideas with my moderator in the back. And a wonderful good morning, and thanks for opening the session. Okay, we have a lot of things to talk about today because we have some interesting new trading ideas for today. And of course, we have to talk about the rest of the trades and live trading, DAX trading, for example. And first of all, we have to share the August stuff. We stream this session live on YouTube. If you watch it right now there, or maybe later the recording, you will find a button on the right side there. And you can subscribe to the channel of Admirals so you will never miss an episode. If you want, you can give us a like. That would really nice from you and kind from you if you give us a like. And if you want to tell something, ask something, want to know something, then you will find a commentary field below this video and you can leave your comment and we get in touch with you as soon as possible. And by the way, you can follow us over all social channels, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And yeah, I would say, let's have a look on it. And I share my screen. And let me fix your comments. Plummen, wonderful good morning. Tina, wonderful good morning. Here we go. Okay, so on YouTube, Barry, just Don, Ian, wonderful good morning. Okay, so the first view is the upcoming events. So the most important event was yesterday. Kurt, wonderful good morning. Alexander too. With the rate decision, so they left the decision, they left the rate between 0 and 25. So the market expected this already. And there were absolutely no news. So it was a so-called non-event. So the next event is a next meeting, I guess next month, I guess. So, and there we will see if we have something new there. So today we expect the business consumer survey at 11 a.m. German time, then the advanced estimate GDP, weekly export sales this afternoon, and the gas storage report. So for us, mostly of swing traders, not really important news there. If you want to have more news, then please visit this homepage. You can see my screen right now, admiralmarkets.com/analytics. And there you will find all news you need to know. Volkswagen, Nestle, about all stocks, a morning briefing here. So the colleagues from Admirals make a lot of effort to join you with a lot of information, and it's really interesting. If you love to read something, so do it. You can compare the economics to each other, and yeah, you can click on the news, and then you have anything you want, by the way. And the first glance at the Alphabet and all this fun stocks here, you can compare that. I love this site. It's really cool. And you know, all the other technical analysis, fundamental analysis, traders blog. So feel free to join there and feel free to read whatever is interesting for you. So feel free, and you are welcome to ask your question right now on YouTube. I can see to my right chart, and here on Zoom as well. Please feel free. I want to make yes, I will do my best to answer your questions as soon as possible. So, and as I mentioned, you can follow Admirals. By the way, here on Instagram, there is the name Admirals Global. So we have over almost 7,000 subscribers right now. So you can see a lot of interesting content there. And if you want to follow me, you can do it as well on Twitter, mostly on Twitter. It's daytrader70. So I would say time to go to the charts, and let's check it first. So in DAX, that's our daily trade, DAX trade, live trading. First of all, we have to see, or we have to realize that we have a main trend which is facing downwards. The high, or this trend will break with the close above 15,635 euros by one future contract. So, and in this included in this main trend, which is facing downwards and which has its own responsibility or probability to reach its own point too, there is included a new uptrend, and the uptrend is a secondary trend, which is the correction of this downtrend. So, and this is actually, we opened a trade days before 7/27 on Tuesday. We opened the trade based on our rules. Price came back, jumped to the 0.2, but unfortunately it was in the middle of the night. So we are not able to take partial profits. But then we see this, this correction time, this prices that were circling around the point of control. So, and yesterday, close before we had the rate decision, I closed the trade with a small profit, so we didn't lose money. And you see afterwards the price came back, and now it's again to reach maybe the 0.2 here again, and maybe to continue this trend. But the trend will break, the uptrend, a downtrend will break here. So actually, for me, there is nothing to do, because it's a difficult situation. I tried it first time here Tuesday, and I didn't lose money. Yes, and I was not sure, and I don't love it to trade around the point of control. So I was a bit speculating that we see a rebound at the point of control and then falling prices. Therefore, I was prepared for a short trend, but with the future opening, the reopening at 8 o'clock German time, we see a lot of more volume on the buyer side. So actually, I have to realize that seemingly or apparently the price will fulfill the probability to reach the 0.2 again, and then we will see. To be honest, this is a really unclear situation. We have two trends. Main trend is facing downwards. Secondary corrective trend is facing upwards. So what we have to do, to be honest, for the moment, nothing. So let's see if the price go higher and can continue the secondary trend, then maybe we can use the next correction to trade this secondary trend. Then I have to assume or to suppose that the secondary trend is the stronger one of those two trends here right now. So, but just let it wait now. And if you will see maybe a third trend, really trend, a clear trend, which is facing in direction of the main trend, then it could be an interesting chance to go short. As long as we don't see a clear situation, I will stay on the sideline for the moment. About DAX. So let's see about the gold price. You know, we have DAX, gold, Dow Jones, Euro USD, and crude oil in focus for day trading, which means DAX we trade in 10 minutes and the rest we trade in hourly chart. So let's check it in gold. And yesterday we made one profitable trade. You can see, I can show you trade history. And this is what we did yesterday. Look, that was the trend. Here we go. That was the trend with movement, correction, movement. Then there was no trend continuation there. So there was this correction. You see there was a first shot. Unfortunately, I was not able to make partial profits. It was too quick. The second one was a small loser. And this one, because there was a signal again. There was the balance candle here. There was the balance candle again. So I opened the position there. And this time I was prepared to trade correctly. So I sold half the position there. And then I trailed my stop into profit. And it was really, that was a wise decision. You see, it was a profitable trade. And now the price is going up anymore. So, and now we have a new uptrend. And this is why I have focus today why I have gold in my focus for today. So where is the trend right now? The trend starts the lowest point with movement, deepest point correction, and now we are in the move, which means I have to wait for the next correction to fulfill the rules, 38% at least, then bit of balance candle or changing of the color, both are valid, and then we can speculate that we fulfill the hit quote to reach the point 2 again. So now we have to wait for the correction. This is about gold. Okay, so next in my watch list is crude oil. And in crude oil, we have a new uptrend. So that was really interesting. Let's see this. So that was the uptrend. Look, that was the uptrend. Movement, correction, movement, correction, move, correction, move, correction, and move. Then we had the trend break there. And now there starts a new trend with the low correction. And now we have a new trend. So that was not really a trend continuation there, because we missed the volume there. So the same procedure like in gold, we are waiting for the next correction, maybe down to the point of control. That would be the dream. Then balance candle, and then up to a trend continuation. So I have oil in my watch list for today really closely. Then the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is not really interesting because we have a long uptrend right now. So you see, this is my uptrend, move, correction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7 correction arm, trend arm, and you know we have to, that's the price is too expensive. So actually I'm waiting a bit that we can see a new downtrend, and then we can make this, okay? But I'm not sure if this will happen today, maybe next week. But please be prepared for that, because we are in the green zone, and you know point of control is a bit deeper. So, and Euro USD is like a gold, also prepared for a new trade, because this is my uptrend right now, because we had a trend break here. There was the trend break finally. So we start at the lowest point with, that's almost the same, because there was a trend break. So we have to start this move, correction, move. That was the decision yesterday. And I hope you can realize why I used to say don't trade during the rate decision, because it's one for me as the most important event. Now we are in the move, and now I'm waiting for the correction, because we realize point of control is quite far away. So we have to wait for that, for the correction, 38%, then balance candle, changing the color, and then we can make a trade there. Okay, so there was a question about British pound US dollar. Sure. GBP US dollar. Let's see. But those trades I analyze in 4-hourly chart. And to be honest, it's basically about the price is not so important, because we reached already the point of control. But about from trend, the trend view means we have move, correction, move, correction, and now we are in the next move. So just wait for the next correction. It's the third one, fulfill the rules, and then we can speculate on the next trend continuation. So British pound US dollar is on my watch list too. So by the way, well done, Jess. Very, very well done. Okay, guys, you know, trading is for all of us really important. And Anna, if you want, then you can open the poll for today, because my question for today is a little bit personally for you. And I want to know, how important is trading for you? just only really for you. And don't be scared. It's completely anonymous. No one can see your name. So feel free and be as honest as possible, at least for yourself. Okay. So how important is trading for you? So I have three answers. It's my daily life elixir. Yeah. Or it's important for me, or it's just a small part of my life. So what do you think? What's your private opinion about that? And we can do it on YouTube as well. Thanks, Anna. So from where can I download a POC indicator? If you go on my homepage, if you want, and sorry for showing it right now, you can go on my homepage, by the way. It's on dowhow-trading.com. And there you have a contact formula. And then you can send me an email or text me, and then I will send you the link. But it's not free of charge, this indicator, because I developed it by myself. It's not free of charge, okay? And it's not a need to use it. It's a helpful tool, but it's not free of charge, okay? So my question, how important is trading for you? It's my daily life elixir, or it's important for me, or it's just a small part of my life. And while you think about it, and I hope all of you will push the button, and on YouTube, I can see 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Thomas, really? Great guy. And more, 1 and 2, Ian, 2. Ian, I'm disappointed, really. So let's go through our running trades right now. And we start with Australian dollar Swiss franc. One of the very interesting parts, you know, point of control is our reachable target, and that's my final target. So we are safe. And here you can see how important it is first to check or to catch the trades when we are in the green zone, because we have almost a guarantee that the price always goes back to its own point of control. You see, you can understand this if you realize we trade with prices. It's not Australian dollar Swiss franc, because you have to ask, what does it cost? One lot or maybe one contract. How much is it? And if you ask how much is it, you get clear answer. It costs a special price. So prices develop by volume. Yeah, if you have more volume on the buyer side, price rises. If you have more volume on the seller side, prices drop down. So, and here we have, and here you see about the trade history, how important it is to make your re-entries. So we had a trend. So, and you see, that was the first one, first one. So we realized at the moment we were in the wrong bus, we got out. Then we made a re-entry here, and that was the second trade. We reached the point 2, we trailed a stop into profit, and we made a profitable trade. That's to protect money. So then the next shot was this one. We made this entry. In that case, unfortunately, I missed my partial profit. That's my fault. And we got out at the entry bit punctually. But we don't miss, in that case, we didn't miss the re-entry again, because we were still valid, just a young trend in the correction, balance candle, and then it worked. And actually, it works already. Still works. So we made an entry here, sold half the position, trailed the stop into profit, and everything is fine. And now you see trend. This is the trend. Movement, that's the big trend. Movement, correction, movement, correction, movement, correction. And there's, maybe we will get this, and that's my final target. And you know, it works. We proved it with Euro Swiss franc, for example. After almost 2 months, we reached a point of control. Yes, and you know, it's a pen thing indeed. It's really a pen thing. So question of today is still open. You can click on Zoom. Maybe how important is trading for you? It's my daily life elixir. It's important for me, or it's just a small part of my life. So the next one is Canadian dollar Swiss franc. It's already profitable trade. And you know, we are far away from the point of control. And actually, I think we can, yeah, that's the point of high. And maybe there we'll see the price will be rejected. So that's my trend for the moment. And here, that's my entry. And you know, point of control is my final target. And my first target to fulfill the hit quote is the 0.2. It's there. So actually price is going up a bit, and maybe it could be a wise decision maybe to have a mental stop, maybe an alert at the entry. So, and as you can see, I have an alert there. So if I will, the MetaTrader will remind me if the price goes up there. So I know if I will have a clear close above my entry, then it's a good idea to trail the hard stop closer to cut a possible loss. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, it's still a running trade. You know, this is my trend. I'm trading here in the short direction. That was the trend. Here we fulfilled our rules. Then trend continuation. Now we are in the correction, but you see point of control is down. So that's the point what we expect for the next weeks. And you see we are safe because we sold already half the position at the 0.2. That was the 0.2. And now we are waiting that the trend will continue. There is just only one option, that the price will get us out here at the entry. So no problem. If you want, you can trail your mental stop, or maybe it's a good idea to set up an alert there. So you see trading alert there, and you can modify it if you want. Modify the alert here with the sound, and you can hear whatever it is. So I have my own here, and then you can set here an alert, and then you will know, okay, if I have a close above my alert, then I can go trail my hard stop closer. Euro, Australian dollar, another profitable trade. And you see we reached already last 0.2. And here you can see the history and always how important it is to make the re-entry as long as the rules are there, because a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. So that's my current trade with movement correction. So that was the first shot. It was a loser, cut the possible loss. And then entry again at the 0.2. We sold out the position, and now we let it go. Price comes back, didn't get us out. And now we have to speculate that we reach the last 0.2 again. So, and then let it go. Let the trend running. Okay, let the trend running. So is it possible to connect Argentina Trader with Admirals over MetaTrader? Yes, it is. Absolutely. You can connect MetaTrader with Argentina Trader, but you need a non-hedged or a netting account from Admirals. So you have to open a real account, by the way, and before you put money on it, this is important, before you deposit it, you have to write an email to Admirals, to the technical staff. They will change your account from hatching to netting, means not non-hatching, and then you can connect it to Admirals if you want to do that. So Euro, New Zealand dollar, we are still in profit too. So that's my trend. That's the trend here, started here, movement, correction, move. So you see, we made the first entry. There was a balance candle, cool. We made the first entry, we fulfilled 0.2, partial profit. Then we got out with the rest of the position, but the trend was still valid because we didn't have a trend continuation there. So correction again. So we made it again, new entry, but actually we didn't reach the 0.2. So I will sell half the position again. The moment we will fulfill our hit quote, and then we trail the stop loss into profit and then let it go. And US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, now the price comes a little bit back. So this is an old trend. You see, this is an old trend. So we started here, movement correction, movement correction. There was the entry. So movement correction, move, and then here we sold out the position. And since then the trend is still valid. So this is the main trend actually. That's the main trend. The main trend comes back for the moment. We haven't reached the point of control yet. Yeah, so let it go. If you are not in, maybe we are still in the green zone. You know, we are still in the green zone. Then maybe we can wait for a new uptrend. Actually, it looks like we will have a downtrend. It's a secondary, it's the correction. You see, that's actually the correction. Maybe we see this, and then we get out with the rest of the position. It's fine. It's cool. We are still in the green zone. And then we can open a new trade up to the point of control. So keep it in your watch list. So I have a couple of new trading ideas for you. And we start with Euro British Pound. Euro British Pound. So Euro British Pound, why? We are deep in a green zone and we had a loss there. Why? We had an uptrend, move, correction, move. So there was the correction. There was the balance candle here. So we opened, but we could see, oh, the price didn't work for us. We are on the wrong bus, you see, and it was really good that we got out from the market. We cut a possible loss because otherwise the price, we had a trend break now. So in the other case, you ran into your full stop loss, and this is what you have to avoid. This is just a worst case scenario, a kind of catastrophic stop loss at the 0.3 because they will break the trend. So actually now we have a downtrend, and it seems there's a lot of pressure on British pound, which means that's my current trade right now, because after the trend break, this is now my option. I know we are deep in a green zone, but the price is not part of the rules. So if we will have a correction deeper than 38, balance candle, then we have to do it. And at least if we reach the 0.2 here, then we made everything right. And then we can partial profit, trail the stop in profit. You cannot know how deep the price will go, okay? So it's not our part to predict or to interpret the market. Even we say, yes, we are deep in the green zone, but believe me, the price can go deeper than you can imagine. Therefore, stick to the rules. Be careful with the trade management, but please have it on your watch list. So next one is GDP Japanese yen. And here we go. We have a new uptrend. And you see we had a profitable trade because we were trading to the lower side because we are deep in the green zone. Point of control is quite far away. We have to realize that. But now we have a trend break and we have a new uptrend right now. And this is what we have to realize now. Look, this is my correction. And now we are, it's better to do this. So that's correction, move, correction, move. There was a balance candle close to 0.2. And now we are a new movement. Now we are waiting for the next correction. Then we can do it if the rules are there. So even we are in the upper green zone, we have to fulfill the rules. So therefore, British pound Japanese yen is on my watch list. Next one is GDP New Zealand dollar. So look, we have a new uptrend, and basically this is the trend. Move, correction, move. There was not really a trend continuation, not really. That was not enough volume to bring the market up. So therefore, this is now my trend. So therefore, this is a move. And now we are a bit in correction. We have to wait for 38%. This is still a young trend. I know you say, oh, we are deep in the green zone. Yes, it is. But that's the trend and that's the rules. And the price is not a part of the rules. So therefore, we have to do it. Therefore, it's on my watch list. There's just only one exception. When we don't see a trend continuation and we see a secondary trade, a trend in the next days, maybe, and it's a downtrend, and then we can go back to the point of control. But it's an interesting situation we can trade for the next maybe days, so keep it on your watch list. So 2 remains, New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Here we go. And it's a downtrend right now. Look, very, very important. Downtrend with first move, correction, move, and here we go, correction. And now we had here a trend continuation. That is the part. So now we are waiting for the correction, and then we want to go down because point of control is quite far away. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, really important, really, because we haven't reached the point of control yet. And we come out from the green zone, you know, and you know the probability that we come from the green zone and will finally reach the point of control is very, very highly. Okay, it's very, very high. Yeah, okay. So, and the last one is US dollar, Japanese yen. US dollar, where are you? Here we go. US dollar, Japanese yen. Because there's point of control quite far away, you see. And that's the trend again. So that's the trend with move, correction, move, correction. You see, that was the first shot. And with the correction, they got us out. We made it second time. We sold half the position, and the rest, it was a zero game, kind of zero game. So there was a trend continuation. Now we are back in the correction, and here we go. So there was balanced candles. Here was a balanced candle, and therefore I set a pending order down there to continue the trend. First target, 0.2, and final target, point of control. Don't forget US dollar, Japanese yen. It could be really, really interesting. So that was a couple of trading ideas for this week. And about my question for today is, how important is trading for you? And we have a clear answer. About 67% says it's important for me. 11% says it's my daily life elixir, and 22% says it's just a small part of my life. So, however, there is no wrong or false, by the way. So when I started with trading, it was my life elixir. I couldn't live without trading. Today, yes, it's my job to train you. It's my job to support Admirals by to be the best broker and to inform people, to help people to become successful. Therefore, of course, trading is my daily life routine, it's my daily job. But my personal stuff, trading, it's just a small part. I guess I don't spend more than 30 minutes a day with my own private accounts. So therefore, basically, trading is not really important for me at itself, but training and trading by rules, that's really important. If you think it's your life elixir or is really important for you, then don't forget, it's I tried to teach you how important it is about your perception. You know, maybe you remember the pen. So I ask you, what is this? And maybe you say, okay, this is a pen. So you're right, of course, it's your perception. So if there will come a dog, a puppy dog into my room, into my office, and I will take this, I will show you the dog, this thing, the dog will not write with it. Just it's a chew toy for something else for the dog. So you see, this thing can have two perceptions or meanings at the same time. For you, it's a pen. For the dog, it's a chew toy. So who is right? Of course, both are right. Because for you, it's a pen. For the dog, it's a chew toy. But if I take the pen, I put the pen there, and I take the dog and I go out, and no one is in my office, what is this thing in that moment? If you say it's a pen, then you are wrong, because you are not here, because you are outside. No one is here. So what is this thing in this moment? And you say, I don't know. No, it's nothing. That's the concept of emptiness. Because everything, guys, everything is nothing. Because only if you come around and you watch something, the thing, the chart, your accounts, whatever it is, then it's your picture. It's your perception. Therefore, there can never be a kind of wrong or right, because it's your perception. And this is a logical way to think about anything else in your life. So maybe if you have a fight with someone, think it through. The opposite part doesn't exist. It's just your perception. So you fight with yourself. Think it through. You fight with yourself. Because if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 people around of you and they are watching this situation where you're fighting with someone else, all people will say they have a different perception of the same situation. The one will say the opposite the opposite part is right. The other one says, no, you are right. So everything has a different perception. So which means you fight with yourself. The part you're fighting with is not really existing. And this is a deep understanding of perception, of the concept of emptiness. So therefore, if you think your account is a small account, it's your perception. If you say, I have $100 on my account, ask a guy in India or in Africa, and this guy will say, oh my gosh, you are rich. You can trade, you can spend time with this luxury product with 100 euros. I'm looking for food for my kids. So you see different perceptions. So never say I have a small account. But it's different to say, can I live from this trading? Then you must be realistic. And next week, I will show you how much money you need to live from trading. So this is what I want to take next week. So first of all, be happy that you can spend time with trading. And everything is just your perception. And therefore, next time you have trouble with someone, before you answer something, just give 3 seconds. Make discipline, be disciplined. And you know, we need discipline for trading too, okay? So next time you get in trouble with someone, 3 seconds. Your mind makes 65 pictures by second. So it's enough to have 3 seconds to say yourself, it's not worth. 3 seconds, 65 pictures by second. 3 seconds are enough to stop fighting, to stop arguing, stop the opposite part is not existing in real, in an ultimate way. It's just your perception you have. And then you have to think, where does it come from? Why this pod fighting with me? Why is my husband, my friend, whatever, my colleague yelling at me? Why? It's just your perception. You are responsible for that because you planted that seed in the past by watching yourself, you yelling to someone, and now you get it back. That's logical way. So the moment you break the rules in trading, you watch yourself, and next time the market will kind of, how should I say, punish you because you are responsible. But if you are disciplined enough to stick to the rules, the market will reward you because we have the probability, the law of probability on our side. To come out of the correction, go back to point 2 has a high probability of 80%. That's enough to make money on a long run, by the way. The signals occurs by accident, a coincidence. But think it a bit through the next days about this concept of emptiness, and it's regarding to trading too. So next time, today, try it today maybe. Try it today, just only today. Don't make goals for the next weeks, just only for today. If you go through your day and you have a situation, you come into a situation where someone is talking not nicely to you or is yelling to you, stop arguing. Stop saying something else. Just 3 seconds. Move, get in action, move and think, no, it's just my perception. And then make it like the penguins in Madagascar. I love this film, this movie Madagascar. What you can do? Smiling and winking. Just smiling and winking. That makes the other part confusing, by the way, but believe me, just smiling and thinking. That could really, really interesting. So sorry, I delayed. It was important for me. I wish you a wonderful day. I hope we can see each other tomorrow. I wish you a wonderful day. Have courage and be kind. And as always, may the force of the rules be with you.